understandable, but they
It's
said
a medical assumption.
was 11. That was all.
11's a lethal dose for you. Absolutely, you'll die on that.
So
11 might kill me today.
Then it
Like
was
10 years ago, 11's a normal dose. I'm doing 11 maybe once or twice a day.
Hey, welcome, Dank. He just joined us.
Congratulations.
I'm just saying, like, that's how tolerance works. I'm not bragging about it.
All right, that's understandable. You know, I mean, shit. You know, that's fine.
Noted.
What's up, guys? I'm not gonna.
Do you think that? So you think that? It's so weird. Like I understand about the police problem and stuff, but when it comes to the Floyd thing, for some reason I get a little defensive about it. I don't know why, because it has nothing to do with the guy being black. It's not that, and in fact, like the media and everybody. No, like the media tried to make that out like it was all racial, right? But racism was never even like alleged at any point.
It wasn't. And then the funny thing is, once he came out and admitted that he falsified the autopsy, first of all, he should have been. I'm glad that he testified to that. Second of all, he should have still faced some form of punishment.
Oh yeah.
And Chauvin got stabbed the moment this became public announcement, which is insane.
I think he's a bad cop. I think he, there's enough, but I don't think he intentionally planned to kill Floyd.
I don't think so either. I don't think he intended. I will politely disagree that he's a bad cop.
The length that he held that knee, that position was absurd.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. This is basically standard. And even
right. I don't give a shit about police standards. A lot of police standards are fucking. They're idiots.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. A lot of people will say, "Oh, it's horrible," and that's based on your feelings and not any experience.
All right, wait a minute.
If you're holding a person still who's freaking the fuck out, you hold them there, regardless.
No, I get you.
Like, let me up. Fuck them.
Right. I get you on that. It's such a murky
Haji's
thing.
Fingers just for looking at me funny at ECPs and fobs.
All right,
Sparky, you're not a cop, are you?
No, I was a soldier though.
What were you going to say, Dank? Hold on, I want to hear Dank. Dank, go for it. Man.
So can we all just agree that cops shouldn't be shoving their knees into people's backs and their necks?
I disagree. No,
you don't. Okay,
yeah,
let me tell you a story.
Reasons for
Hold on a
doing
second.
that.
Let me tell you a story. All right.
I don't need a story. You asked a question and I answered. No,
it's story time.
Well, let me tell you.
Children.
Reasons.
Let me tell you a story anyway, because Aircraft Sparky wanted something. Aircraft Sparky wants something from personal experience. This is something from personal experience. So about, what was I, 17? Yeah, probably 16,
Yesterday.
17
I'm going to
years
slow
old.
zoom in on your face for this in the video.
Oh, no, this was about 18 years old. I was right out of Job Corps. I'd come back home, was hanging out with friends. We got some acid.
Cool.
Got some sugar cubes. I took a couple of sugar cubes and had some more in my pocket, and over the course of tripping, I let a couple melt in my hand. So I was going off of about 4, dank ass sugar cubes. I was gone.
Nice.
Ended up leaving my buddy's house that we were tripping at, and started walking down the neighborhood. Walking around out of my mind so much, I guess maybe I had to piss or something. I ended up taking my pants down. Was walking around with my pants around my ankles. By the time somebody had seen me and called the cops, police showed up and they was trying to wrangle me and whatnot. They got me on the ground. They was trying to cuff me. One of them wanted to shove his knee into my back. Well, I'm busted off of acid. And apparently, as he goes to shove his knee into my back, I rolled over, and he shoves his knee into the concrete. So it's not just the person that they're arresting that they shouldn't be shoving their knee into somebody for. It's for their own damn good. Because if they blow their knee out, then they're no good. Then the city has to pay them for what? For being fucking retarded.
No, actually, what'll happen... The truth of what will happen in that scenario is you'll actually get charged with assault on an officer.
That's not right. That shouldn't happen.
Hey,
I don't think that should happen.
Hey, let me tell you a story.
But that's what they do.
Did you guys hear about this guy who just
no, hold on, Joan.
We're talking over each other. We're talking over each other. Thank you.
Yeah, hold on, Jerome. Just come on. You're loud.
He's gonna tell the story I was going.
Yeah, I got a great story. I robbed a bank once, and a cop tried to, arrest me for it. He stubbed his toe. It's for their own good that this shouldn't be existing.
We should have a campfire for this.
We should defund the police for that.
Soldier threw his back out once
You're
wearing
really
body
beating
armor.
the shit out of that scarecrow, aren't you?
With his big toe.
I just think it's ridiculous. You've got to subdue people and whatever, and they have methods to do it. They're trained on how to do it, and it's not about being nice. It's about actually subduing the freaking person they're arresting.
Right.
You have to use violence.
Okay, what does it say? What does it say?
That's just the reality of their job.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a different perspective. There's a reason why the cops will some. I'm not saying all. Some will give you a warning before they start firing at you for doing something stupid.
Has anybody else here been
literally have to like this is why I don't know why people think that they're above the law, right? When a cop has you do something, you do it. Right?
Well, no, wait. Let me stop you. That's not true.
I said constitutional.
If a cop stops you because you're recording on a public sidewalk, you can tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yes,
I'd like to hear military.
Literally, you can tell them that. You can flick them off, and if they do anything, you're gonna.
I was gonna get.
Wait, hold on. Do you think that's a good thing?
Let's just give military a chance to say a word because he has tried to speak once or twice.
I'm just saying, don't say that. Don't say just because cops give you an order, you have to follow it.
No,
that's not true. You have rights. You have rights, and you should stand up for them.
You cut me off. I was going to say constitution. I was going to give an example.
Okay, I'm not one for interrupting. I believe in respect. That's why I'm going to sit back and not say anything better than everybody talking at the same time. I'm former law enforcement. I'm 30 years law enforcement. I went to Iraq for 6.5 years. I worked directly for the Pentagon. I know exactly how this stuff is going down. There's so many topics I wanted to jump in and talk about, but right now you're talking about Derek Chauvin and what he did wrong. Let me exactly wrong. In training, they tell you to put your knee on someone's back. Now, when I was in law enforcement, you had the ability to look and see the totality of circumstances. When Floyd was thought to be under some type of influence, immediately Chauvin should have subdued him to the point of calling EMS.
Right.
It becomes a medical situation, not a law situation. That's where he went wrong.
Well,
I agree.
Hold on. No. So there's context that is possibly missing. You may have not seen it. So there's video of him being arrested. They placed him, they cuffed him, they placed him in the truck, and he started freaking out, screaming about how he couldn't breathe.
They couldn't even get him in the truck.
They should have. No, they got him in the truck. They got the door closed and everything. And he started freaking out. They should have left his black ass in there to calm the fuck down. They should have never pulled him out.
Once you get someone in a car,
I agree with that too.
Leave his black ass in there.
Not the black ass part.
That's that part.
I'm
black ass, white ass. Keep his ass in there.
But the problem is, everyone wants to set different standards because of the color of the man's skin.
True.
The reality is, they tried to accommodate him, and then his overdose, the results of the drugs that were in his system, he died from those.
Yeah.
Look, listen, that doesn't
give
change
Vet a chance to respond.
Hold on, just take it, please. That doesn't change what I'm saying. In my experience, when I have someone that I believe is under the influence of anything, doesn't matter what it is, I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. Once I get him in the car, and you're correct, I am aware of that. Once I get him in the car or in the truck, then he's at the safest point he could be until EMS arrives. That's what should have happened.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have accommodated him to get back out of the car because he claimed he wanted to be on the ground. So they gave him what he wanted, and now you've got a gentleman sitting in prison for murder.
Yeah, I don't think he should be.
This whole thing is crazy.
Question.
He's a bad cop, but
I disagree with him being a bad cop.
I don't want to hear watch the trial.
This is going to sound crazy.
Cops are bad, to be honest.
Most cops are bad.
Hey, guys, can we cut it, please?
This is going to sound crazy for a guy.
They don't mean to be.
They're
just ignorant.
Right. This is going to sound crazy coming from a guy that's former law enforcement, working for the feds, working for the Pentagon, but there are no good cops. The institution now is completely corrupted from the top down.
Yeah,
I heard somebody mention it earlier. Posse Comitatus. They don't even need to worry about that. That's gone to the wayside. They have armed the police now with this war on drugs and the civil asset forfeiture and all this other crap that's going on. We have a standard military force in every single city. And to think that when one guy there on the microphone said, "Oh well, I'd rather have things done at a local level as opposed to a federal level." Well, let me tell you something. The Fraternal Order of Police is backed by the federal government. That every single one of the police officers working for the executive branch of the government.
All right, guys.
Therefore, you don't have a local police. It's all federal.
All right.
I feel
So
like
hold up. Because a lot of that was addressed.
Good to hear from you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for
See you later,
by.
Dang.
See you.